Hi, I'm the Moorlander and this is Moorlander EDC. Now, rewind a couple of months back in March, I went over to Germany to IWA, had a thoroughly amazing time, got to see some very cool stuff, helped to expand the channel, all of that sort of thing. And one of the booths that I really enjoyed staying at was the Nextorch booth. I don't know, you just go there and they make you feel so welcome. I mean, all of the booths make you feel welcome, but went to the Nextorch booth and they kind of make you feel like royalty when you get there. And one of the flashlights that I had a wee play with was the TA20. Now, they got in touch afterwards and said, you know, they really enjoyed the content and all of that sort of stuff, and said, would you like to get one? And of course I said yes, I'd love to. What they've also sent me is, and this is the V31 pouch that this works with as well, but these, I mean, I was leaving this morning, I packed all of my stuff, I got all my stuff ready to go and do some filming. All my stuff's down there on the floor, by the way. And just as I was leaving the house, the postman said, hey Moorlander, I've got some stuff for you. So this is a warts and all unboxing. I kind of know what's in here already, but I haven't been able to prepare my notes or anything. So I really enjoyed the unboxing that I did the other day, so I thought we'd make some of this. So first of all, thank you to Nextorch for sending these my way. You guys are ace. You really did make me feel welcome when I came to the booth, and I definitely want to say thank you for sending these my way. Stay tuned to the end and I'll make sure I leave all of the links so that you can pick some of these up. But for now, let's have a look at the Nextorch TA20 and also the V31 as well. So here we have the TA20, and we also have this little tactical holster that it's designed to fit in. Now, I'm just going to put this one to one side for a second so that we can take a closer look at this one. Now, as previously mentioned, so the postman gave me this just as I was leaving the house. So I'm going to put this here, so if you want to, you can pause. I think the main things to point out on here: 1000 lumens that you get from the, or at least that is the maximum output. The battery is a 16340 battery in there, or if you want to, you can replace that with a CR123A if you want to put some rechargeable ones in there. It's great that they put the LED on here as well, so you can see that it's an Osram P9 LED. It's made from aluminium alloy, which you generally find a lot of these are made from. It doesn't say which one, but I'm guessing it's probably going to be the 6061 T6 alloy, which is, you know, it's certainly a good one. Weight wise comes in at 39 grams and is 100 millimeters by 30 millimeters by 23 millimeters. And I'm guessing that is going to be at the widest point and the smallest point. Your settings on here, you've got a few, so you've got high, medium and low. Hopefully if you can see those, it gives you a little bit more information on those. The one thing that I do like on here, so as far as the candela on this, so when it's at its 1000 lumens, it's got a candela of 11,028, which is great because this is really what this sort of light is designed for, with it being a small, pocketable, manageable, tactical light, ultra compact as they say here. Really you want something that has a higher candela. This is designed to blind or startle somebody so that you can either, I don't know, run away or do whatever it is that you need to do. So box wise, fairly nice kind of box opening, but at the end of the day it is just a box. Some extras that you get here, so here is some information. You also get a charge cable, so it does charge by USB Type-C, which is great. It looks like you get a lanyard in there, and I think I can see some extra O-rings. There will be some O-rings, I'm sure, in there. And then here is the light itself. Let's just quickly pull this off. Look at that. Now, I've been able to make some content on some really cute little lights here on the channel recently. But look at that. That is your Fisher Price, my first tactical flashlight, and I mean that in the you know, the sense that it's meant. You know, I think this is brilliant. So yeah, what were the measurements again? Let's check the measurements. So it is 100, is it 100 millimeters by 30? So yes, so the 30 will be at the head here and the 23 will be down here. You have a small pocket clip, which I'm sure you'll be able to remove. I like how they do their pocket clips, so it's actually recessed within the head that unscrews where the... Now, as I mentioned, this is the first time that I've took this apart. So let's see if we can take this off, because there will be... Probably should have checked this. All right, okay. Is that it? Yeah. Because in here, yes, covering the end. I will put that in my bag there. So on the inside, here is your 1634 battery. Rather than charging it through the actual torch itself, you'll be able to see here that there is a USB Type-C cable on there, and I'm guessing, yes, so just in there there's a tiny little hole. So what will probably happen with this is, as it's charging, there'll be a little LED on the top there which will be able to tell you that it's charging. Inside both ends, so in the tail cap there is a spring in there, if we can get that in focus, and then in the head unit in the end there is a spring as well. So should you need to use this in any sort of tactical defense or anything like that, then it will make sure that you have a constant stream of light, because the battery is cushioned between those two springs. There is the tail, is the clip. So if you see how they do the clips here, I really like this. So if you push that back on, so it fits in where it would normally fit on. If you didn't want to use this little tactical ring, and then you just, oh, I've got to say, the threads on this are butter smooth. So it recesses in underneath there, so if you don't want this to just kind of ping off by accident, it won't do. But then if you did want to take it off, which I think I'll just take it off for this demonstration, let's just take it off. Oh wow, how did I put that back on? There we go. Put that down for a second, and then I am going to put this little ring on. So this is your tactical ring, Nextorch. It will fit back on there, and then you can screw the tail cap back on. Oh, come on. So, however, this is, oh actually, alright, okay, so that makes sense. So if you do keep the what's it on, it will make sure that this doesn't rotate. I guess it's up to you whether you prefer that. The little ring on here means that you can hold it in your hand. You're not going to be able to lose that. Plus, as well, should you need to, if you're using this and you're using it with a firearm to do room sweeps or whatever it is that you're doing, there's somebody that you're pointing your firearm at that you need to make sure, you know, doesn't particularly know where you are. I guess that's why. I'm obviously not tactically trained like that, but hey ho. Then yes, you can do that. So you can turn it on. Now there are a couple of different modes on here. Do need to remember how these modes work, but you have a tactical, you have a duty, and you have a lock here. So on tactical mode, when I press this, it is just purely momentary. Will it go? It won't even go all the way down. So it is literally just strobe, and I believe the strobe is at its 1000 lumens, which is, you know, it's pretty good. The reflector in there is an orange peel reflector, which does mean that it gives it less of a warm spot and helps to flood out that light. But I think again, for a light like this, having a candela of over 11,000 is great. At the end of the day, this is designed to startle somebody, or at least to well, it's designed to blind them at the end of the day for how this is used. But then if you want to, rather than having it on tactical, you can then turn the head and it'll put it onto duty mode, where when you turn it on, then it will then have your normal settings, and then you can do a half press, and then you can then cycle through those. So it looks as though when it comes on, actually let's try, let's put it on medium, let's turn it off. turn it back on again, it always comes onto your high. You do a half press, medium, low, and then you've got access to your strobe. Whereas if you keep it on tactical, oh, how did I do that then? Ah, right, okay. So there you go. This is what happens when you don't test things beforehand. If you do a half depress, it will keep it on to your full beam, which is on high, and then when you do a full depress, it then puts it onto your strobe. Very cool. It's a nice system, and it's actually not difficult to work out once you've sat and had a play with it for a bit. Then the last thing on here as well is that you can also lock this, which means that it's not accidentally going to go off. The ring on this is very tough, very durable. Although you're not supposed to use this for striking, yes, it would really hurt if you hit somebody with that. The tactical bezel on this, so it has these. What are these? These are either tungsten. I'll put down below. These are either tungsten or these are ceramic bearings on there. Again, you know, I've not been able to check, but I will check on this. So should you need to gain access into something, if there is someone in a car or you need to be able to get them out quickly, this will help you to be able to smash the glass. I just love this. Look at the size of it. That is so cute. I know we don't really talk about cute and tactical flashlights and things like that, but yeah, there's just something about that. Great, pocketable, and let's face it, it's 1,000 lumens. If you had 1,000 lumens shone in your eyes, you're just not gonna like it at the end of the day. Now there was an extra bit to this. So this is the V31. What do they call it? Do they call it? Yeah, they call it a holster. Right, okay, so again, I've not opened this as a... Oh, you just get the gel kind of stuff on the inside. So this will fit... How does this fit? Does it say it'll fit in there with this? Oh, you wazzock. Right, that's me. Right, so let's go back one step. So here is the holster itself, cylindrical tube that you push the light into. Now what I was stuck on was I didn't understand. So this, your small tactical ring, obviously there's a little bit of give from this. It's made from a really strong plasticky material. So when this pushes in from the side there, you'll be able to see it slides into that, and it's this that holds it in place. Now we'll get that. That's actually really cool. So if that's on a rig of yours, you can take that out. That is quite impressive. Now this is designed for a larger light. This is designed for the TA30 light, which really is the big brother to the TA20. So whether you've got that one or you've got this one, it will just fit in and it will slide in. You'll find that the TA30 will probably come a little bit closer to the edge. On the back here, very kind of typical connection. So you've got, so whether you want to put this on, well, you can pretty much put it on anything. It will fit through a large belt. And it's also, so you can put it onto any sort of molly system with some PALS webbing, whether that's your old-fashioned PALS webbing or the newer laser cut stuff. You pull the end down, which releases these two nibs, give it a pinch, and then that will lift up for you. So a fairly common connection. On the back here, so you can angle this. How does that work? Does this push? Oh, there you go, nice and simple. So if you want to adjust this, there is a tab here at the top. You give this a pull, and then that releases, so that releases a spring on the inside. So whatever this is then on, Norman, don't pull my tripod. You can then give this some angle, push that back in, it will stay at that angle. So if you did want to use it for something, then yes, you can keep that at an angle. Really nice little solution actually, very clever. And I think with the two together, having something that you can easily just withdraw this, do whatever it is, although, you know, I've got that the wrong way around, do what it is that you need to do with that, and then very cool. Very, very cool. Really impressed with this. Now the TA20, and including the V31 holster, is it's a very cool wee solution in a tactical flashlight. Having the ability to be able to switch between tactical, duty, or just having it off so you don't necessarily have to worry about it. I guess the good thing for having it locked so that it's off is if you did need to gain access to somewhere without hitting the tail switch, maybe that certainly give you an advantage. But yeah, it's just I just think for a perfectly pocketable small wee light like this, they've managed to hit the sweet spot that a lot of the larger tactical lights have, just in this small package, taking their existing TA30, reducing it down in size to the TA20. I just think it's brilliant. I think this might be one of my tactical flashlights, top tactical flashlights for 2023, and that's just my first impressions. Although I know I did have a bit of a play with it back in March, but yes, thoroughly love this. I will leave the links below. Definitely want to say a huge thank you again to Nextorch for sending this my way. And as always, stay safe, stay Moorlander, and stay EDC. Made from aluminium and nice and light. I knew you'd do that. I knew you'd do that.